Hello and welcome back to another art video. Another old art video, to be exact. Everyone's favorite, looking at our past self and cringing. Only creative edition. So the last two videos in this like old art series was going through old art that was on like leaf sheets, like loose sheets of paper, like computer paper and stuff. And we went through all of those the last two times, or at least I thought. I'll get into that a little bit later. I also have all of these and this tiny one on top. These are all of my old sketchbooks. Now currently I am on sketchbook number 14. All of these sketchbooks I don't count in that 14 because these are sketchbooks that are old and not finished. I think this one's actually pretty close to finished, but aside from that one, these ones are old and not finished. I've had a lot of these since from when I was pretty young. I know a lot of you want me to go through my first sketchbooks that like are completed sketchbooks, and we're getting there, but we have to get through this pile first. Some of them are very, very not full. Other ones are like much more closer to being finished. So without further ado, let's get to it. Okay, so like I said in the intro, I thought I looked through all of my loose sheets of paper with old art on them, but I found this small stack and this small stack, but we'll get to that. And I found them in actually my portfolio that I made in my AP art class. And I think the reason that they were in there is because when I was moving to Florida, I was just packing a bunch of stuff and I found some paper I didn't know what to do with, so I just threw a bunch of stuff in there. And that's where these are. It's definitely a much smaller stack, so I thought I would just throw these in here before we get into my older sketchbooks. Cool? Alright, so this first drawing, I don't know who this character is. She low-key looks like Toru Honda from Fruits Basket, like a little kid version of her, but there's that. Krona, I think there's going to be quite a bit of Soul Eater in here because I used to really be into Soul Eater, and Krona was definitely one of my favorite characters, so I drew them a lot. Axel from Kingdom Hearts. He's one of my favorite characters. I kind of grew up on Kingdom Hearts, so it's a series that kind of means a lot to me. I don't play a lot of video games, but it's something that I definitely try to keep up with now. Batgirl character. I used to really like Batman. I'm not too into him anymore, but I drew a Batman anime girl because of course I did. A random cat girl because anime. I feel like every young weeaboo artist draws this at some point. This is Hope from Final Fantasy 13. I've said it before and I'll say it again. I'm not a Final Fantasy fan, but I did really like 13, and I only played it because I found Lightning on a video game case and thought she was cool. Don't know who this is. She kind of looks like Yuri from Doki Doki though. Like Doki Doki Literature Club. Pretty sure this came out before the game though. Another random anime girl, because what else would I be drawing? I think this is actually a picture of me and my old friend from in like 8th grade. Also, you might see this picture of two girls and be confused. Hi, I'm Oliver, I'm trans, okay? Cool. We got that out the way. Axel from Kingdom Hearts, but as a cat, because of course. Amaka. I remember being super proud of this when I first made it. And it's alright. I mean, you know, for my age, I think that it was pretty cool, but again, I really liked Soul Eater. Hope from Final Fantasy 13. Again, a lot of people hated him, but I loved him. Oh, this is a little mini comic thing I made of Krona playing Pokemon. And then Professor Oak asks if they're a boy or a girl, so they just throw the DS because if you don't know about Soul Eater, Krona canonically has no gender because it kept changing, and then eventually the author is just like, I don't know. So, there we go. Whoopsie. Lightning from Final Fantasy 13. This is actually a redraw of a picture I found online. I'll see if I can find the picture or the artist or whatever, but I really liked that the kid. He was, and still is, my favorite character from Soul Eater, so I drew that. I thought that picture was really cute. Lock, Shock, and Barrel from The Nightmare Before Christmas. It's a small film, I'm sure you've heard of it though. Whoa, this is old art of Jeremy. I actually just recently posted a video talking about him currently, so I'll leave that linked in the iCard for you to check out if you want, but he's changed a lot. And an old picture of Aurora. She's actually the character of this month and a very close person to Jeremy, so stay tuned if you want to see that. A character whose name I don't remember, but here's that. A Scythe because edgy, probably because of Soul Eater. I don't know who this character is, but here we go. Here's that character again, I think. My god, look at those proportions though. Wow, Slender Man who? Again with the proportions. I think this might be the same character actually, right? I don't know, all I knew how to do was edgy scene hair, so. Is this another picture of Jeremy? How come I just drew this over and over again? Whatever, but. Oh, this is Hetalia. I believe this is from this rubber bracelet I had from like Hot Topic. Had like little chibi pictures of Hetalia characters. Don't really watch Hetalia anymore. And a picture of Fruits Basket. I still really like Fruits Basket. And lastly, these I'm going to flip through really quickly because there's not much to say about them. But if you're a returning subscriber, you know I really like Fairy Tail. So these were pictures that I made and hung up on a wall, and it literally covered my entire wall in my old bedroom. Obviously, since I moved, I had to take them down, but yeah, I drew a bunch of these. I was actually considering kind of redrawing these and making it into a video because I actually have an art style now, and I was just drawing in the Fairy Tail art style because I was a young artist learning, but I think it would be really fun to revisit these. I've actually been asked quite recently if I'm going to, by a couple people actually, if I'm going to be making more Fairy Tail videos, and I guess, I mean, just knowing me as a person, it'll probably just come at some point, so we have that to look forward to if you like Fairy Tail. Yeah, let me know if you guys would be interested in me redrawing these. I don't know if they would be sketches like this, or if they would be like full illustrations. If they were full illustrations, they would be tiny, because this is a lot. I wanted to draw as many characters as I possibly could, if you couldn't tell. But yeah, I think that would be a fun video to do. And I believe I did these, I sketched them in pencil first, and then I used Sharpie pen, and then just like a regular Sharpie for like these bits, like the darker black bits. And this paper was all from the same sketch pad, I believe, and I didn't know what to do with this, so I was just like, let me just draw a bunch of Fairy Tail characters, because of course I did. I actually didn't get as far as I wanted. I had a bunch more that I wanted to make, but of course I never finished it. Part of which is because I ended up moving, so I kind of took all these down, and then these were getting kind of old by that point anyway, so I didn't really want to finish it because my artist changed a lot. That's just so much. Why did I? Okay. I mean, this is me after I go on tea. Yep, just the same old stuff. If you were wondering how much of Fairy Tail trash I am, now you know that it's pretty bad. Oh yeah, these actually are starting to look pretty different, and this is actually when I started to find my art style. Obviously here I'm still drawing in the Fairy Tail art style, but that's because I wanted to keep things consistent. But you'll notice that like the proportions and stuff are starting to get different, because this was me struggling to draw in the Fairy Tail art style after I started to find my own. I'll start with this one. This one I remember, I believe that was actually in my freshman year of high school. So I was 15-ish around this time. Yeah, I just drew a lot of generic anime characters because, you know, Gray, my son, still love him. Again, just a picture I found online. I remember when I would draw like Soul Eater characters, a lot of people, like most of my friends who knew what Soul Eater was, would look at it and be like, whoa, it's even better than the anime, because like the Soul Eater art style is kind of simplistic, I would say, but it's still really nice. And I mean, this definitely isn't better, but I appreciated the compliments back then. This was this was something that I did in my art class. I believe we just got like different words and we had to draw lines based off of those words. This might have been a warm-up for a Zentangle project. Lucy from Fairy Tail, looking all kinds of whack. And this, I remember we had to take a word and then draw that word, but then with the stuff of the word, if that makes any sense. And me being the weeb I am, I did anime. Very nice page. Just a little creature thing I made. I don't know what it was, and I didn't know what it was at the time, and nothing came of this. I was just practicing different creatures. I think this was with an ebony pencil, which is why it's hella messy. It's funny if you try and look at this as like a face, because it oh man, I didn't have any rhyme or reason as to when I drew on pages or not. Person, I think I was practicing portraits in art class because we were preparing for self-portraits, so I just kind of did this as like figuring out a face, and then a guy face. Look at that hair, my goodness. Sorry if I'm flipping through these kind of fast, but my other art videos were very long, so I'm trying to shorten this one up a little bit. A very detailed face. You can tell I put a lot of effort into this one. This was like a branch thing. I don't know what it's called, but we had to draw like us and then like little bubbles and whatnot. And so this is kind of what I thought of myself at the time, so feel free to read this. This is a self-portrait of me at the time. Looks nothing like me, and I got hella smudged, if you couldn't tell. Oh, this was a poem that we had to do in art class. It was literally just I am, I wonder, I hear, I see, etc. And then we had to finish the sentence. You can pause that and see what an emo piece of shit I was. Here we have some edgy anime art because edgy emo weeaboo. I drew a lot of this early stages event art. Same. What is this? I wasted so much paper. I mean, to be fair, this paper feels kind of shit. So you could tell why I don't want to draw on it. Oh, a blank page. Lovely. Oh, this is some emo ass shit. So we had to draw our room, which wasn't like our room exactly. It was more of just like a representation of us. And I guess we had to pick an inspiration, and mine was Frida Kahlo, and I said she draws what she feels and portrays the darker sides of herself. I can't remember if that's true or not. I don't really keep up with that sort of stuff. But yeah, we had to do pastels. I think it was chalk pastels, and they're very, very messy. And you ready for my emo ass? Whose is this? I think I left my sketchbook in the art room, and their teacher was like, what? And she was probably very concerned. Here we are. Pile of shit. Yeah, I don't know how to use pastels. Even then, I didn't know how to use pastels. I didn't know what I was doing, and I wouldn't be able to figure it out now because I still don't know how to use pastels. Yeah, this was my school sketchbook, I believe. Oh yeah, here we were studying different artists, so these are just notes, nothing interesting. But yeah, first of all, damn. And I don't remember what the project was, but I wanted to do like an Alice in Wonderland type thing. Yeah, this is my school sketchbook, I believe, so there's not a whole lot of stuff that I would normally draw, or just interesting stuff. Is that it? Wow. I mean, I would repurpose this paper, but honestly, this paper feels terrible. It's just a Target brand book, so it's probably why it's shit. I love Target, but hot damn. Next up, this actually feels like a nice sketchbook, and like the paper feels nice. From what I remember, it feels very smooth. I might actually rip out these pages and repurpose them, because I know there's a lot in here that I didn't use. But yeah, oh, this is an old character. So if you know my current OCs and whatnot, if you keep up with my art, this is Arietta. She was very edgy emo anime, because most of my art was, let's be honest. Not even most, all of my art. But yeah, she is a pretty old OC. I think I was 13, like 13, 14, around this time. More Arietta. I liked drawing her in different outfits. I still really like designing clothes and stuff for my OC. I'm really interested in fashion, I guess. Whack proportions, them anime titties, nothing new. I did a lot of this shit. Like, and this really irritates me because I'm really big on like taking care of the planet and not being wasteful. And so when I look back and see like all this shit that I wasted, it makes me angry. And I want to go back in time and punch myself in the throat. What's in here? It might be porn, actually. Yep, it's porn. I was a hormonal teenager realizing that I really liked girls, so that's what that is. Is it more? Haha, you can't see any of that. So yeah, I'm assuming these paper clips are because I drew. And that's it. Wow, that was very short-lived. Yeah, this paper actually feels quite nice. I don't know which brand of sketchbook this is. I think, wait, hold on, wait. It's, wait. Crescent. Hey, yo, what up? It's your boy from the future. So I said I didn't know what this sketchbook is. I was looking at an Amazon package that's supposed to be arriving in the mail today, and I was just tracking it to see what it is, and I noticed some similarities. So I think I found out what this paper is. I have a sketchbook coming in the mail that's also Crescent, and it's the Crescent Render book, spelled R-E-N-D-R, and I think that's what this paper is, and I need to show you guys this magical paper. So I just scribbled a thing in this corner, just so I can show you what it is. But watch this, look. What? There's nothing there. This is Copic marker. So for all my alcohol-based marker people out there, this doesn't happen. This just doesn't happen, like, at all. Like, there's no bleed through whatsoever. I'm not sure if you can tell on camera, but I went pretty heavy with it. I did some pretty heavy layers, and they're nothing. So the moment I realized what paper this is, I ripped everything out of the sketchbook, and so I can use all of the blank pages in a new sketchbook so I can make it. I'll link the sketchbook down in the description box below if you guys are interested. This is not sponsored, but I just wanted to share this with you guys because I know a lot of you guys use alcohol-based markers. And yeah, back to the video. Next one. This one's quite thin. I think I ripped out a lot of pages in this one. But yeah, I never finished sketchbooks. Oh, I remember this! I was in 8th grade when I did this, and I remember I drew this. I remember showing it to someone, and they're like, her legs have like no definition. And I started getting self-conscious, and then somebody was like, that's just how the art of Soul Eater is. And I was like, yes, make excuses for me, thanks. I never finished sketchbooks, and I think that's Momiji. A reason I didn't is because, like, I never picked sketchbooks out myself. I always just got them as, like, Christmas presents or whatever. Hope Estime from Final Fantasy 13. And since I wasn't picking them out, I didn't get sketchbooks that I liked. Another Momiji. And since I didn't get sketchbooks I like, I was never inclined to draw on them. Obviously, fairy tale logo because I'm trash. But yeah, now I have an obsession with buying sketchbooks, so oh, how the tables have turned. Here's Happy from Fairy Tale, but as a more, like, realistic cat. Obviously still very cartoony, but a much less stylized cat than Happy. Another picture of Arietta. You can definitely tell by, like, this picture of her and the other pictures of her that even then I was still very, like, conflicted as to how to make her body type. Wow. Edgy as fuck. But again, I just really like designing characters. Another old picture of Aurora with cat ears because anime. But I still really like Studio Ghibli. Studio Ghibli played a much bigger role in my childhood than I thought it did. But when I look back, I really, really liked it. Especially Spirited Away, which is a really weird film to enjoy as, like, an 8-year-old. I think this was supposed to be Kisa from Fruits Basket, and then Hito was going to be here, but obviously I didn't get very far. I feel like my main issue was that I had a lot of ideas, and then I would start drawing one, and then I would be like, oh, I have this other idea, and then I would never draw it. Blank page. Jeremy, oh my god! He looks so... This was interesting art, man. I mean, you gotta start somewhere, right? Look how tiny the head is. I mean, he's kind of tall, so I guess that makes sense, but... Natsu and Lucy, because I was forcing myself to enjoy straight ships. Another picture of Arietta that I never finished. Gray because he was my favorite, and then cat ears because anime. Oh, I remember this one. I thought that this was a really funny idea. It's Natsu, Gray, and Urza looking at a How to Train Your Dragon DVD, and Natsu's off to the side like, guys, really? That's kind of funny still. I mean, that could just be because I'm very easy to entertain, but... Gray. Don't draw Grays often, even though he's my favorite character, because I'm really bad at drawing abs. I think I've drawn these before, and they're in my other old art video, one of the two. This is from one of the end screens, or like ending theme songs in one of the fairy tale songs. Arietta. This looks like a face. Character. What the fuck is happening here? Don't know, you know. Lucy, I was trying to draw one of the pictures from the manga. I think it's actually the first picture of Lucy in the entire series. I think there's going to be a little bit more, unless I rip them out. Oh, yep, here's that same picture. I guess I didn't like the way the other one was turning out. This one's alright. Cat Girl, because anime. Wendy! I almost didn't know who that was at first. Don't remember if this was copied from something. I don't think it was. I think I drew that on my own. Levy. I used to draw Levy quite a lot. She's not my favorite character by any means, honestly. She's probably not even one of my favorite, but she was always fun for me to draw. Sorry for all the Levy stands out there. This, I don't know why. My body, nothing to say here. This I was trying to draw one of the fairy tale manga covers. Is this it? Is this it? Yeah, okay. That's the kid. I don't think this is copied from anything, but I think it's based off of that other picture from earlier. Kisa Soma from Fruits Basket. I think this is Ponyo. Ponyo was always one of my favorite Ghibli films. Honey Senpai from Oran. Pikachu Girl. I think this was actually my friend, but as a bunny. Maka from Soul Eater. Oh, this is from my friend. It's Patrick Stump. She really liked Fallout Boy. This is Kakada from Fruits Basket. And then here's that thing. Let's go through this one next. This one I know I had in high school. Wait, which way is it? This way. This one I had, I think, also my freshman year of high school, but this was more of like a personal type of thing. And this one I got really close to finishing. Cat Gray, because anime. Since it was so small, I would carry this literally everywhere with me and draw the moment that I was free. Like anytime, like even if it was just like for 30 seconds, I would bust this out and start doodling. Did a lot of this shit. More Wendy. I can't remember if this was my freshman year or sophomore year, but it was definitely one of the, I want to say freshman year because it just looks different from where it was in junior year. Yeah, a lot of fairy tale. This is when I was really falling into that hole. The hole that I'm still in. We all know I'm not the biggest fan of Juvia, but she was kind of fun to draw, so she'll pop up here and there. Tiny little Gaggio face. Yeah, I say this one was pretty close to being full, but that's because I did shit like this, where it was just the tiniest doodle on a page. And then this! What the hell? Makes me so angry. Please don't waste paper, guys. Use every single space of the page, because that's what it's there for, to be used. Yeah, I was a hormonal teenager. I would always do this, where I would draw a body and be like, no, I don't like it. So then I'd go and I'd draw another body, and then I would be like, no, I don't like it. So then I would move on. I also really like drawing these like bird's eye view angles. I still kind of like drawing them. They're fun, but I definitely don't do it as much anymore. I think this was going to be Arya face. I think I drew this eye and then decided to draw the rest of the face, which is why it looks weird. Hi, kitty. Can you please don't knock. Cat, you want to help me? Okay. Do you like this piece? Here, what do you think of the next one? This might have actually been sophomore year, because I think I remember this one. I was starting to try and like experiment with a different art style. A picture of Hayley Williams. It's very scribbly, but it's alright. There's nothing to say about these really. They're all just kind of here. And like nothing, there's nothing great about them, clearly. I think this was also going to be Hayley Williams, just because I can already tell which picture this is, because I ended up using that same picture for another project my junior year of high school. Hello, kitty. Urza. Oh my god, this stuff irritates me so much. It's so interesting seeing how, like, because I remember I would go page after page, and even though they were like this, where there's just not a lot happening, I would still draw constantly. And now I don't draw on my sketchbook as much just because I don't have as much time, because I'm working on YouTube stuff during the day and then I'm working on webcomic stuff in the night, so I don't always have a lot of free time to draw on sketchbooks anymore, which is sad. I remember really liking this one, even though we all know how I feel about Juvia, but I remember looking at the water in the back and being proud of it, even though it looks like shit now, but at the time it was really cool for me. Wendy, of course. I think this is mostly fairy tale because that's like all I would draw at the time. I'm trying to redraw the picture from earlier, I don't know why. Just a lot of fairy tale. This is based off of a Hayley Williams outfit because love Paramore. I was going to draw Natsu and Lucy, clearly didn't get very far. Going to draw Natsu, clearly didn't get very far. Why are these pages so hard to flip, dear god? Wendy, still loved drawing her. I think this was actually based off of a Hiro Mashima picture of Mavis. I used to like low-key stalk his Twitter just because I loved all of the art. I think this is supposed to be Wendy as like a traditional magical girl. I wanted to draw a bunch of fairy tale characters as that. Urza, are you okay, girl? Shelia, I had an obsession with drawing her because I thought that she was adorable. Urza, how much fairy tale? I feel like another one of my old art videos was constant fairy tale fan art, and that's this, pretty much. Another picture of Shelia. I used to sketch in pencil a lot, because like pencil was always the thing that people told me to sketch with. This page is blank. And so I just always sketched with pencil. Now I only ever sketch in pencil if I'm doing line art and are going to erase the pencil later. If I'm just drawing in my sketchbook, if I use pencil, it's colored pencil. And if I'm not using colored pencil, it's pen. Because I just don't like sketching in graphite. I'm not sure why. Here I was referencing my own hand. Middle finger, because edgy. I remember drawing this and being like, what if a teacher sees it? I need to cover it. Oh my god. Hands, hands, hands. Just a lot of hand practice. A very unfinished picture of Wendy. trying to do realism and failing. Lucy, I remember really liking this outfit. I think this is going to be another Wendy Magical Girl, can't remember. More hands. Okay, there's just something I really wanted to get better at. Is this it? Yeah. Okay, so I took a little break so I could let my camera charge, and while I was doing that, I actually went into my closet and found 2 more unfinished sketchbooks that were a little bit more recent. They were meant to be like actual completed sketchbooks, but that never happened. I'll probably just go through all of them and then we can end it with a little bit more recent art. No, I think I did these with like charcoal pencils because I got them, and that's when I learned that charcoal is really, really messy. Another one done with charcoal pencils. I believe this was my sophomore year of high school, and I was like trying to take notes about like bodies and stuff. I should probably do something like that again so I can really break down my art style. I think that would be fun. Anime eyes, because of course, different angles and whatnot. Hand poses. All of these, I'm pretty sure, except for this one, are directly copied from another thing. Facial expressions and just a lot of stuff. This was a life study for like a painting that we did in class. Another one from a slightly different angle. I was going to do a third one, but clearly didn't get very far. Sting from Fairy Tale. So, yeah. Yeah, this is a lot of Fairy Tale. Because again, really into Fairy Tale. Oh my god, is there more porn in here? Oh, gay. Gay. Is it more porn? Gay. Oh, gay. Dan and Phil. Of course. Wendy and Shelia. I talked about it before. Oh. Oh, I forgot about that. Anyways, I talked about it before. I wanted to make a bunch of gay fan art for Fairy Tale and post it online because I was like, nobody draws the gay fan art, so I'll draw the gay fan art. And I only got so far, and I don't think I posted any of it. Just some sketches, more sketches. Being wasteful with paper. What else is new? Is it gay or is it porn? Let's find out. Neither. That's a bummer. Yeah, I used to use paper clips to like paper clip pages that I didn't like. So then that way when people would flip through it, they just wouldn't see it. Oh, that's kind of cute. Yeah, I also got microns for the first time. These we had to listen to songs and then just sketch abstract stuff based on it. I remember this, I was actually in the hospital and I do this with my left hand and then this with my right hand, which had one of those, what are they called? The things that go in your wrist and give you fluids. I had that in my arm. I think I was just practicing different poses and stuff, practicing abs. I forgot which reference I used, but that was definitely referenced. Oh, that's kind of a cute Wendy. That's nice. I forgot how recent this one is. Oh yeah, here's that magical girl thing. I remember this one was my sophomore year. I used to use Crayola crayons to color because I didn't have anything. And then another one, but I didn't finish that one. Oh my god, I saw more gay. Lots and lots of Fairy Tale. Gay. Gay. Not gay. Maybe gay. Juvia. Yeah, endless. Rapunzel. This is pretty much like the outfit from the Still in Tea video from Paramore. Again, really like Paramore. Here I was just trying to develop an art style, really. So, yeah, that's what this is. The very beginnings of my art style. Shout out if you followed me when my art looked like that. Yeah, this was kind of a mix of like a personal and school sketchbook, so there's kind of a little bit of everything. This is more of what I usually do. This one's actually not too bad, like proportion wise. I had a lot of issues with proportions. This one's not too bad. Oh my god, Aurora! I think that was actually gonna be me, because when I first got my hair cut short I was really happy with it. And then in a person, another person, kind of saucy. Saucy. I don't know how much of this I can show. Oh, that's old Jeremy. And lightning. And I think that's it, yeah. This one, I believe, is older. I think this was my freshman year of high school. I can't remember. Yeah, this was with like India ink and like the pens that you usually use with India ink. And I think a lot of it was just random drawings, so yeah. And then gray. Wendy, how much? Oh my god. I'm so sorry for all the Fairy Tale fan art. That's my friend! I remember doing that at my other friend's house. A random thing, I don't know what it is, but I remember a lot of people liked it. Aurora. Oh my god, she's changed so much. Yeah, again, just like the last one, this one I think was a mix between like a personal sketchbook and a school sketchbook. So there's just a mix of stuff. Lucy and Virgo. So much fairy tale. So much fairy. Why? Oh yeah, this. I remember I did this in chalk on a sidewalk in front of my school for a thing, and I won. So I won an award. That's fun. I got like a $5 Tim Hortons gift card. That was neat. I don't remember what most of the school projects were, so there's just a bunch of random shit. This was my friend in Loki's jacket from Fairy Tail, not the Avengers Loki, because my favorite character was Loki. A message from a friend. And then here's another friend in Natsu's clothes, because I got two of my friends really into Fairy Tail at the time. I don't think either of them watch it anymore. I don't know what any of this is. I don't understand. I mean, it was definitely some sort of like abstract project, but I can't remember exactly what it was. Oh yeah, here, me and, I don't know what this is like at all. But I remember here, me and my friend were making like an alphabet so we can like write secret letters to each other. We actually did that and like we memorized. We gave each other quite a few letters without anybody knowing what is in it. I think I still have one, but I forgot everything about it, so I have no idea what it says. I hate this paper. More abstract. Whatever. Don't remember what it's in. Oh yeah, this one. This one, we had to take a picture of a celebrity and then cut it down the middle. I picked Avril Lavigne because I think she was like the only one that I knew and liked even a little bit. And we just had to like mirror it. And I remember being really, really proud of this one. Even now it's still pretty good. I think I did a good job with that one. Oh my god, is that it? Wait, nope, nope, nope. Okay, we have... Right, okay, here we go. I was, again, really into the artist Greywick, so I was making art inspired by them. Dan. Anatsu. Buried. How much? Okay. I think this was going to be Grey, Anatsu, and Loki, but clearly got nowhere with it. Don't remember. Oh, shit. Oh, gay. Oh, God. I'm ripping pages and exposing gay art to the world. What a time. Oh, yeah, Dan. An empty page, again, gay. The fandom really thinks that they're gay though, so that's fine. Here I was gonna draw a bunch of gay stuff again and post it to the internet, but I never did. Every single time I was like, today's the day, I'm gonna do it. I'm going to make the gay fandom proud, and then it never happened. This one's cute though. Boobs. I used to also love sketching in colored lead. I still do. Oh, that's porn. Oh, here I got markers for the first time. This was, I think, my first time ever using alcohol-based markers. These were Prismacolor markers. Clearly, I came a long way with markers. And then they bled through, so I just scribbled a random face. Fairy tale stuff, a character who I forgot about. Terrifying Sting. I remember this picture was like the vein of my existence, and I think, is that it? Gay. I'm not sure if I can show that, not sure if I can show that, not sure if I can show that. That's just a body, but I can't show that. The person. Gray. Oh yeah, I was really trying to find an art style at this time, and then. Yeah, so that's what this is. Again, taking a lot of inspiration from Greywick. I was really into their art, so I just wanted to make art. Hey, this is like a redraw from the other one. If you don't know the artist Greywick, you should follow them. I don't think they post as much anymore, but they were nice. Is it porn or gay? Take your pick. An unfinished drawing, that's unexciting. Can I show? I don't think so, maybe. I think this is like actually the end, yeah. Okay, cool. And lastly, to end it, I tore the rest of the pages out and turned them into different sketchbooks. I believe they all became webcomic sketchbooks. I actually have a date for this one, September 17th, 2016. That's when I started this. This is one of my alien characters. Well, my only alien character, Alistair, and I redesigned her a lot because here she was pretty much just a human with ears and a tail, and I didn't like that, so I made her much more alien-like. I think I put a post-it up here because her head was big, and I didn't like it. But yeah, this is much more close to like, I wanted these to be, like in my complete sketchbooks and stuff, but obviously like since they're unfinished I never did that. And I was also really into Voltron at the time. I think this was around the time where Voltron was first like made, so that's fun. Oh my god, old drawings of Andy! This is around the time where I first started designing Andy, and you'll see a lot of them in my next old art video, which I don't know when that'll be. I started creating Andy around the first time that, oh, here's Voltron characters as memes. This was like the first time that I started like making Andy as a character. That's nothing here. Okay. My friend drew that one. An empty page, but it's messy. Page. Me with Pokemon stuff. My face is really weird and I always hated that one because of it. I always felt really pressured to use these sketchbooks because it's like the paper was like the nicest paper I've had up to that point. So I felt like I needed to do more finished stuff on every single page. And it was just a lot of pressure, which I think is why I didn't really finish them. This one, I remember when I first posted it, I always make these like different thank you pictures for when I hit different milestones, and this was when I hit 300 followers. I posted this saying thanks for 300 followers, and then literally the next day I got 400 followers. So that was wild. Rogue, of course, gotta draw me some fairy tale because that's just who I am as a person. I think this was gonna be fan art for Hard Times because that's when that Paramore song literally first came out, and I was like, oh, I wanna draw it, and then I never did. This was a throwback to when I used to draw this shit a lot because pastel edits were a big thing. This was me actually first designing Cass. I was trying to figure out his color scheme, and these are pretty much his colors. His hair is more warm now. It's very weird seeing. Oh, here's Cairo. This was when I first made him. This is the first ever drawing of Cairo. Take it in. Here I was drawing one of my friend's characters. Nothing fancy there. Lotor. This is actually a very, very old video, so if you have been subscribed to me when I posted this video, shout out to you, because you have been here for a long time. And then when I hit 500 on Instagram, dog, unfinished sketchbook number 2. I started this January 20th, 2017. I was redrawing this profile picture page thing for Andy, and then one for Luca, and one for Rory, because I used to do these a lot for my characters. I don't do them anymore just because I have so many, but yeah. Andy ripped the teddy bear, and it was sad and dramatic. This is a picture of Shiro and Keith from Voltron. I still think this was kind of cute. It's just a little, a doodle, wait, a doodle of Andy. Really empty page though. I got 200 followers on Instagram, dear lord. Empty page. Keith. This was when Danville posted their pastel edit video, and I was like, I need to draw them, so I did. This is the first picture of Sawyer. Oh my god. Drew this for International Women's Day that year. This is Greywick's OC, also named Oliver. Prince Zuko. I remember I drew this I think it was my junior year of high school, and I showed people and they're like, oh my god, you're so talented. And I'm like, thanks. Pidge. Pidge. I got some Spectrum Gnar markers here, which is why I was trying to draw this Pidge because I wanted to see how they worked, and since I got a green set, I decided to draw Pidge. And yeah, that's that. A comic I made for Andy's birthday a couple years back. Picture of Luca, picture of Andy. This is going to be a mermaid. This is a mermaid. This actually turned into a character that's going to be in my webcomic too. She's gonna be a more minor character, but she's there. This was also a speed paint. Again, shout out if you've been here that long. I think this is a redraw from a previous sketch from the previous sketchbook, so stay tuned to find that out. And then I was just sketching for the sake of sketching, and then I quickly gave up on this. Just a bunch of Andy, because that's my comfort zone. Here was around the time Sun and Moon came out. I can't remember if it was Ultra Sun and Moon or if it was just Sun and Moon, but I was sketching Gizma and Mimikyu because I liked Gizma and I could draw Mimikyu from memory. And then Lycanroc Midnight because I love Lycanroc Midnight. Another speed paint! Another old speed paint. I was drawing Red and Blue and Alola because I loved them. This is when I started experimenting more with like shading with colors. Green is a very weird color to shade with. And then red. Picture Andy that's not finished. And then another speed paint. In a heartbeat. In a heartbeat. When that came out, it literally slayed everyone's existence. And then here's the last page of that. I was working on my character Milo, and that's it. There's that, and then a page that I would normally use. I think my friend did that. A page that I would use a thing that I was making, don't know what. Had that so the page wouldn't bleed, and yeah. And there we have it. Another adventure. We'll call it that. And give this video a thumbs up if you want the series to continue, because I also have more of these to go through, so Also, if you want to see some of my current art, consider subscribing because I post a new video every single week, mostly art-related videos. I talk a lot about my original stories and my characters, and I'll sometimes draw fan art of stuff that I like from like fandoms and stuff, so if that's something that you're interested in, subscribe, that'd be really, really awesome. And you can also follow me on social media if you want to see more of me. I would suggest following me on Instagram because that is where I'm most active and post my art, etc, etc. So I will leave those on screen now and in the description below. And there is a video on screen now and in the iCard for you to check out if you want to. Thank you so much for watching, and I will hopefully see you next week. I hope you all have a lovely day, and goodbye.